Hello everyone, welcome to chapter 170 of The Last Thoughts of a Busy Mind. This one will probably get to you a little bit late because it's 8 p.m. on Friday and I'm just recording it. I've had a busy couple of days. I usually don't let it run until the last second. Weirdly enough, the subject hasn't really changed. I had this idea for it on Wednesday. Thursday and Friday weren't easy days. There were a lot of things wrong, but at the same time, I didn't really change the idea. So yeah, I kind of wish I hadn't gotten better is an idea I've had for a while now. While meaning 3 days. My drink, first of all, is some raspberry syrup and water. Great. I even made a glass of it. I didn't even go all in and made a bottle like I usually do. Does that mean I'm getting into healthy eating? Oh, no. I drank a lot of Coke today. So yeah, no, there is no healthy eating. Not while I'm still alive. Which I gave a blood test today. The results will be getting to me in like 10 days or so. And I might not be alive. Who knows? Generally, I'm worried about that. Anyways, as I said, kind of a tough week. At the same time, not so tough because I didn't do anything substantial. I'm feeling very tired, which is one of the reasons I did the blood test, because this amount of tiredness is not usual. Again, seasons are changing. I might be getting out of rhythm. I know my sleeping schedule is a mess, but this amount of fatigue is just not right at all. Also, I have a bit of a sore throat, so hopefully that doesn't lead to anything because I'm generally not in the mood for coughing again. But the reason I named this episode, I kind of wish I hadn't gotten better. 2 minutes into the episode, let's get to the episode. Is after last episode, which if you haven't listened to, you can. It was called "I'm Losing My Mind," which in it I told you about how I'm losing my mind, and yeah, it wasn't an easy episode. It genuinely wasn't an easy episode. But after that one, more than a few people, a couple of people, told me that I should go visit a psychiatrist or a therapist or someone who has access to pills. Because, one of them told me, you've done the things your way, hasn't worked, go get some pills. Which, to be honest, I genuinely understand. I'm not like throwing shade or anything. I genuinely understand, and I'm grateful that I have people in my life who want to see me get better. But at the same time, here's the thing. I've talked about this multiple times, more than enough times on this show. I'm not going to reiterate all of it, but I will give you a summary. But in 2019, I had a severe case of depression. Incredibly severe. You have no idea how bad it was. It was one of the first times I ever contemplated and seriously considered self-harm to the point of almost doing it. Sorry, I know it's not easy. Trigger warning, I should have said that before. I'm so sorry about that. But yeah, it was one of the first times I ever considered that. I was feeling broken. I was feeling hopeless. I was feeling like nothing in my life will ever get better. And then it did. Then we got into the COVID and that whole shit. But I actually managed to pull myself out. It took a long time. I lost a lot of friends, a lot of connections, a lot of people in my life. But I actually did it. I pulled myself out of a massive depression bout. So far, none of my depressive episodes have been as bad as that one. That one is by far the worst I've gotten. But here's the issue. It's a my brain thing. It's a probably OCD is definitely part of it, but at the same time, it's a my issue. I'm not going to blame it on OCD, even though I could and I should, but I'm not going to. Here's the thing. Because of that, because I actually once managed to beat depression by myself through a lot of sacrifices and a genuine loss of time, I know I can probably do it again. The thing is, though, I'm not sure, but I know I can because I did it once. So if I did it once, I can do it again. That is partially my resistance to going to a therapist, besides monetary reasons, which is a genuine concern. But aside from that, like that, I can talk to my parents and ask them for help on that. But when it comes to the actual mental capacity of going to the therapist, my brain is like, you've done it once, you can do it again. And it's one of those kinds of logic that it's hard to argue with. It's been 5 years since my last bout with depression. I'm again in an almost year-long depressive bout that has gotten better and worse. I've managed to do stuff, but I also lost a lot of time doing nothing because of that depression. And, I know I should go to a psychiatrist or a therapist or a mental health professional and get help. But at the same time, because I've once have done it myself, I've gotten better on my own. In my head, I'm thinking, but what if I can get better on my own, What if I can do it again? And so, yeah, I kind of wish I hadn't gotten better. If in 2019 I hadn't gotten better, I probably would have been forced into meeting with a therapist or a mental health professional, and maybe that would have been better. Right now, I have a false sense of pride, which is false, by the way. It's very false. You shouldn't feel proud about beating depression on your own because that's not good. I'm sorry, but it's not. You need a professional's help. But because I hadn't gotten it and I got better, now I feel like I should be able to do it on my own, and it's not good. It's not really good. It's in fact very bad. "2019 was bad, but this is like there are moments in this depressive bout in the last year that I've genuinely felt like I could never get out of it. I feel like, oh, this is gonna be my life from now on. I'm gonna be depressed until I die." Which honestly, when the results of this test comes, it might be sooner than I might want to imagine. Imagine if I got cancer, Jesus. I don't want to think about it. That I get anxiety inducing. Because right now, I might have cancer. I don't know. But at the very least, I don't know. So I will go on living until I drop dead. But if I know, knowledge is a curse. Like back in the day, I used to be an idiot. In 2019, I used to be a non-curious idiot, about the world around me. And then I got to know stuff. Now I got to know about the world, and now I can't feign disinterest anymore. I can't say I don't care anymore because I have to care, because I know. Now I get to fucking know. Anyways, that could be a subject for another whole episode. This one is about the depressive bout. But there are moments where I feel like, I'm not going to be able to beat it until I'm dead. And it's not right, It's not correct. I should go to a therapist and I should get better. But I can't because I've beat it once. So I have less incentive to take medication because I genuinely don't like medication. Especially psychotherapeutic ones, psychotherapeutic. I don't know, the ones that are dealing with the psyche. And so I don't like them to begin with, and now I have a massive incentive for never taking them again, because I got better once on my own, on sheer will. And as I said, a lot of sacrifices, including a number of friendships that I've lost, a number of connections that I've lost, massive time lost as I didn't do anything, not even watch movies or anything. And Frasier helped massively. The new thing, by the way, the new Frasier is out. I haven't seen it. Part of me is afraid of seeing it, but maybe I should. I don't know. I probably will at some point, but not right now. I'm afraid. I shouldn't, by the way, be afraid. I watched Beetlejuice this week, and it was genuinely good. I didn't expect it to be good, but it was. I really liked it. So I think I should give Frasier another chance as well, but I haven't yet. Last week was easier to talk, wasn't it? Because right now I'm done with the premise, kind of. I kind of wish I hadn't gotten better, and I realized why, and I told you why. So anything I say from now is filler. So before we get into the filler shit, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're on YouTube. That really does help. And speaking of YouTube, you can still go watch the Halloween video that I did a couple of weeks ago on October Day. I'm not going to put a link to it in the description because I have a problem with self-promotion. I always feel cringy when I promote something that I've done. Makes me feel stupid. Maybe I am. I know I am. If you're on Castbox, I do have that app again, and you can comment there, and I will have the notification enabled. There is an comments feature on Spotify apparently, and I always have my comments on. And if none of them work for you, you can find my email in the description and just email me. Just send me something, your thoughts, your movie reviews, your video ideas, your episode ideas, a voice message, something. Just talk to me. And yeah, speaking of YouTube, I should be getting back to the Dracula video. It's been 15 days since I postponed it, and I haven't done it. That's the thing I'm afraid of. I will keep it until the last minute, and then I postpone it, and I don't want it to happen. There are other things that are good news. I started a new video game, A Vida Revolution, which is fun. I'm enjoying it. I started a new book, which is something I haven't done for an embarrassingly long amount of time. I've reread a lot of shit. I reread Dracula like twice in the past year. I reread Don Quixote, American Gods, and like the books I've read, I just reread a lot. But the new ones, I have been slacking for a while now. Especially like narrative ones. There are a lot of non-fiction, like textbook things that I've read, like articles or academic shit, but narrative ones, it's been a while. But I started I'm Glad My Mother Died by Janet McCurdy, and it's really good. I fucking love that book. And I've been reading through it at a pace that is unheard of for me. I'm not the fastest reader in the world, but I'm not the slowest either. But this is, for the English book, I'm going through it pretty well. And maybe after that I can read I Heard You Paint Houses, which my friend bought for me, or maybe The Fall of Arthur, which I have been wanting to read for a while, the Tolkien book. But yeah, I can also read Julius Caesar, the Shakespeare play. I'm just looking at books now. Sorry again, this is filler shit. Maybe I should do an episode. I just say it, do not write any notes, call it the filler episode, and just talk about everything that is in my line of sight, like the sword that I have to make, or my notes for a book that I'm working on. But yeah, I should go back to the Dracula video. I have a couple of other videos in mind. I do want a long video, like another 5-hour video about westerns, and I even like want to get my friend to make a western theme and make a western intro, all of that maybe later. And there's always these things looming on me, like immigration. I want to do that as well, and it's a massive anxiety inducing thing, because if I do that, I know a lot of problems that I am right now dealing with will get worse, like how I'm feeling sometimes abandoned or lonely. These will get worse. Depression will get worse. I'm gonna get immigration depression, relocation depression, which is my somehow oddly best performing episode of this show, by the way. There is a high chance that if you've listened to an episode of The Last Thoughts of a Busy Mind, you've been recommended relocation depression. Or Dave Allen at Large. That's my best performing episode. I think because nobody talks about that show. But yeah, those are my best ones. I should make more episodes about obscure 60s sketch comedy shows. That's the thing I want to watch, by the way. I watched the sketch show this year. Very funny. I do want to have a YouTube video about all of the things that I watched and experienced in 2024. And I am actually writing a list of all of that, like Chaos, the TV show, or Age of Mythology, Retold, great game, or Richard the Lionheart, the board game. I really liked that one. Fury of Dracula, one of the biggest things about this year that I've managed to experience. And yeah, so maybe I will do that. Maybe. We don't know. Maybe it will happen. Yes, the river will rise and the dam will sing. Sorry. I am an corny idiot. Corny. C-O-R-N-Y. For a second, I heard horny. I'm not a horny idiot. I'm a corny idiot. I'm also a horny idiot, but that's beside the point. But yeah. I genuinely... Again, this is one of those filler episodes. Sorry about that. If you're an anime fan, you probably are very familiar with these. But yeah, I genuinely wish I hadn't gotten better, kind of. I'm glad that I got better. I'm glad that because I got better, I managed to start a YouTube channel that isn't really taking off. Or get to know more people, talk to more people, find new connections, do a lot of things that I otherwise wouldn't have done. But at the same time, because of all of that, I'm stuck now, It's one of those weird moral questions. Not moral, actually. One of those philosophical questions that which is better? The fact that I've done all of those stuff, or that because I've done all of those stuff, right now I'm stuck in a mindset where I can't help myself. And I can. It's just harder. And I'm not strong enough. I'm generally not. Today, because of the blood test, it was not a pretty scene. It was not. I am anxious and worried about a lot of things. And slowly, I'm losing bits of control. I'm losing, for example, internet access. The VPN servers are shrinking, the ones that work. I'm losing sleep. I'm losing comfort in my own body. I'm losing my mind. And I've already told you about that. And part of me says, if I hadn't gotten better, right now I would have been sitting in a therapist's office and talking. But because I have gotten better, it's harder. Talk to you later next week.